Hi everyone, Bruce here at etrailer. Today we're going to install and take a closer look at the True Course electronic sway control system on our 2016 Dutchmen Kodiak. If you're experiencing trailer sway with your trailer, this could be a good option for you. This is electronic sway control. What it's actually going to do is you mount it just how we have it mounted here, and it's going to sense the sway of a trailer and go ahead and apply the brakes where you don't have to use the manual brake controller. It actually works very well. We just got done testing it, and I took the trailer, and as you'll see later, I'm actually whipping the trailer around, and you can feel it engaging the brakes on the trailer, and it straightens the trailer out immediately. So it's good for if you've got wind, if you're hitting rough road, or if you're making emergency maneuvers very quickly. It will keep your trailer from all of a sudden getting out of control and swaying off the road. Now, this will work with trailers with 1 to 4 axles, which meaning 2 to 8 brake assemblies, and it's only compatible with electric trailer brakes. Now, this does include an app that you can connect with. We didn't really have any luck with the app. We finally got it to connect, and as we were driving it was connected, but it would not give us any information through the app. It's supposed to give you notifications, but we were unable to make that happen. So just keep that in mind. You don't really need the app. It does have a green LED indicator on here that tells you the status of the unit as well. So just keep that in mind. The app is not that great, but other than that, it does function as designed, and I highly recommend it. As I mentioned before, we did just take this out for a little test drive, and we do have some pretty good footage of the unit actually working properly. Now, we also went ahead and tested the trailer with it disconnected, and then we also tested with it connected to see the difference, and it did make a world of difference. I was driving in my personal truck, and I could definitely tell a difference, especially when you're making them emergency maneuvers and swinging the wheel back and forth and actually making the trailer sway. It did make a big difference. So now we are connected to our tow vehicle, and the first thing I want to check is just to make sure the brakes are actually working properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll forward a little bit, and then I am going to hit my manual brakes on my brake controller just to make sure the trailer's got brakes. And we do. We're good there. So let's go ahead and go out on a test ride and see what we can do with this. Now we are on the highway now, and so far I haven't noticed any swaying, but that's probably good. What this unit's designed for is it should stop the sway before you really even notice it. So that's the whole point of it. Now I'm going to start making some evasive maneuvers and see what this thing is going to do. I don't have anybody behind me, and I'm actually driving down the center of the road right now. And we're going to go ahead and whip the wheel a little bit and see what this thing does. So I'm making some quite evasive maneuvers, and I can say it just basically takes the trailer and it just keeps it directly behind the truck. I'm not getting any wide swings with the trailer or anything, so that's a good sign. Now what we went ahead and did is I actually disconnected the sway control system, and we're out test driving again. And when I was actually whipping the truck around and trying to get it to do something, when we had the sway control connected, I could actually feel the brakes locking on the trailer, not locking up the wheels, but you could feel them engaged because it's pulling on the truck. Now without the sway control connected, when I do that, I can really see the back of the trailer start swinging pretty badly. So the unit is doing its job. Now that you've seen the sway control in action, let's talk about the installation. As far as the installation goes, it is very simple to do. It is literally plug and play. Basically what's going to end up happening is your trailer wiring is going to plug into the back of this, and then it's going to have another 7-way that you're going to plug into your tow vehicle. It's pretty much that simple. The hardest part is figuring out where you're going to actually mount it on the frame, but once you do that, it's very simple. If you don't want to tackle this at home, check out our dealer locator on etrailer.com. But if you do want to do it yourself, stick around, I'll show you how. So to begin our installation, we do need to find a spot to put this on our frame. Now, we are on the driver's side here, so we're going to opt to actually put this right here. Now, you need to make sure you've got enough room for your 7-way from your trailer to go ahead and connect to the back of this. So our 7-way's here, so this is going to be a good spot. Now, we were going to put it on the inside of the frame on the other side, but it's a little tight there, and it wouldn't be real easy to get our 7-way in. So that's just something to think about. Now, what I did here is I went ahead and made a template, cardboard template that I am going to use. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and tape this up here. And we're going to get our pilot holes drilled. If you notice, I've got the holes marked in our template. And we'll go ahead and mark those holes and get them drilled out. Now we're going to use an 1/8 inch for a pilot hole and get these holes drilled out. Now that we do have our pilot holes drilled with the 1/8 inch drill bit, I'm going to go ahead and use our self-tappers that come with the unit, and I'm going to go ahead and thread these before I put the box on. Now that we do have those all tapped out, we're going to go ahead and mount our box. Now once we do have our box mounted, all we really need to do is take our 7-way from the trailer, and it's going to go ahead and plug into the back of our unit. Make sure we're plugged in all the way. Once you do have the box mounted, all we need to do is clean up our wiring that we connected from the trailer, our 7-way plug here. We just clean that up a little bit because this is just going to stay attached. And what we're doing here, we put the other end of the 7-way that would normally plug into your tow vehicle. We've just got a test box. So now when you do plug this in, and what you're going to get a flashing green light, and it's going to run through its status. Once we got a solid green light, we are good to go. And our next step is we're going to go ahead and take this thing out and give it a test drive. Now that you have tested everything out and everything functions as normal, and the biggest thing when you do hook this up is just to make sure your manual override on your brake controller is still working properly. That does conclude our installation of the True Course electronic sway control system on our 2016 Dutchmen Kodiak. I'm Bruce. Thanks for watching.